Josh and Caleb.
I don't remember any of it.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Josh here, a day with Caleb. We are in Atlanta for Dragon Con. We're walking to the hill and then we're going to head back. Walk of Fame is in like 20 minutes. So let's get started. Alright, heading back up and then crossing the Sky Bridge.
So, like, you pay for 3 days, you get a special color
It's really good, actually. AJ made me watch it.
So there's none of this, like, okay, guys, don't cause confusion of if you're going to
Yeah, I think I've seen like.
Okay, I'll show you the autograph real quick. Emily Deschanel, Bones. Very cool. Got my complete seasons 1 through 6 and 7 through 10, 11. I forget. There is a giant box set. I just have them individually. So yeah. That was pretty cool meeting Emily. So nice. We'll talk about a little bit more about that later. Back to the video.
Yeah. Actually, next time. He does.
Okay, story time. We did not get a lot of footage after this. It was a crazy day. Did get a few clips doing the vendors, which we will talk about later. We're trying to get to the vendors. That's a story for later. Oh, before we did registration in that room, we ran to Jay. Very cool seeing him. I think the first Dragon Con we also saw him in the registration area. So pretty crazy. Awesome seeing Jay, as you know, always cool. Ran into him at conventions or wherever. He had to run off. He was going to be in the parade. They do the Blues Brothers car every year. Him, Spore and Ryan, Greg's Game Room. Adam used to do it, but I think he prefers to be among the crowd watching the parade. So cool seeing Jay. Alright, back to the story. We'll start from the beginning. They posted that they had sold out Saturday only passes, so that was a bit worrisome. Last time we went, you could go day of, you were fine. But yeah, they still had weekend passes, so we waited in line, which that room is crazy. Zigzag back and forth, a whole room. If you've never been to Dragon Con, the only thing I have to compare it to is Star Wars Celebration. Just so many people. It's so cramped. Walking anywhere is a struggle. But the first time we went was the year after, 2020. So there was not that as many people there because Adam had been so many years in a row, and he's like, no, when it gets back to being fully operational, it will be a totally different convention. And it absolutely is. It's crazy. Everything has a line. But where was I? Oh yeah, we were getting our ticket. The you can't. Nothing is cash as far as registration. So Caleb had to do it on his phone, and there was kind of an issue, but we worked it out. And last time I went, you could pay at the table, but that has since changed. But we got our passes. That worked out, and we thought, oh, it's going to be smooth sailing from here on out. Then we get to the walk of. Well, before that, we ran to our friend Tommy. Was cool seeing him. He was cosplayed as like a orc, I believe. I think so. I talked to him briefly, so that was cool. Then we get to the Walk of Fame, and they had it roped off. I'm like, that's weird. I wonder why it's roped off. We're like, there was like 5 minutes before they opened. We're like, well, we'll just wait. And then the lady's like, if you're trying to get into Walk of Fame, you have to go across the room. And there was another line to get to this line. I'm telling you, Dragon Con is crazy. So we rushed to that line. Luckily, you got in super fast because everybody was going to a different celebrity. Except VIP, they had 30 minutes, I believe, before us. So we get in, we go to Oded Fehr first. Super cool meeting him. Of course, Mummy Returns. And it was also in Once Upon a Time, which I had forgotten. I love that show. So we got to talk to him about the Mummy and Mummy Returns, and Brendan and the whole crew. They're kind of they tour together now, which is awesome. So great meeting, Odette. Here's a picture that Kev got for us. And then we're like, well, let's do Emily. Her line looks to be moving. So we hopped in the overflow line and waited probably 40 minutes, and none of us moved out of that line. uh, they said she's a talker, but I'm like, there has to be more to it than that. Because her and David were like this, and it was like a four zigzag down the line, and his was the same way, but his line was moving so fast. It wasn't until later that we realized there were 3 people in charge of the line, and this third guy was getting people from the previous night because I guess they missed their window. He was putting them in line ahead of our group. So once we got up there and figured that out, it's like, oh, okay. Now, because when you're over here and you can't see, it's kind of a bit taxing. But yeah, so that took 4 hours, I believe. Because when we got there, 40 minutes didn't move. Then they immediately went to a panel. Then after that, they had lunch. And then they came back, and then we finally got in the line. And after that, it was smooth. But just that initial waiting, and you can't sit down because it's a fire hazard, and you can't film. they're just like, they get the volunteers to like tackle you basically if you do either of those. But if you ask the celebrity, it's like this everywhere. You ask the celebrity, they're like, yeah, I don't care. Film, take a picture, whatever. It doesn't matter because Caleb's so deaf, he could take a picture of him signing. He's like, oh, absolutely, I want you to. So it just depends on the celebrity. I I kind of understand why they do it, but there's a way to do it. Like the volunteer in our line was like way at 11 when you need to be like here explaining things. She was like running after people. It was crazy. But we did meet four special friends in line three. Yeah, three. There was a guy cosplayed as Thor, a girl dressed as somebody from everywhere, everything, everywhere, all at once in a chef's outfit, and then another one just in street clothes like us, another girl. Our group, we were talking the whole time, cutting up, cracking jokes. And when we finally got in line, we're like, yes, we did. And everybody did a fist bump, and it was awesome. We should have grabbed a photo, but it was so chaotic. But yeah, awesome meeting them. You know, when you're in the line and trying to pass the time, talking with people, cutting up, makes it go by, makes the day, makes your journey in line not so strenuous. So we finally met Emily. There's a picture of the autograph. And then after that, we're like, well, let's find the vendors. And I don't know if they moved it or we kept getting lost. There's a main road and everything is kind of off of that, but we kept going like around it or we didn't go far enough. So we spent like 30 minutes looking for the vendors. And I have some clips here of the line. But the line wrapped around the block 3 times. And then it went into a parking garage. And it was zigzag all the way in the parking garage, like 20 switchbacks. And me and Caleb saw that. We're like, nope, not today. And we left. So that is why there's not a lot of footage. And they play everywhere is loud music. The tunnels, basically, you can film some in the area before Walk of Fame, but it is very hard to film. We didn't get to do any panels as well, because they were pretty much all over at that point. So nothing really went according to plan, but it did in a way as well. So all in all, a good day. I probably will not be back to Dragon Con. It's more like if you're a cosplayer or if you like the whole party scene or dancing, DJs, you're probably going to have a great time. But if you're like me and just want to meet celebrities and do a few panels, Dragon Con is probably not for you. So, all in all, a great day. Awesome seeing Jay, Tommy, our group in line. All made it a great day. So we're going to the vendors. We got some autographs. It took a while. It's like 2:00. Okay, the next street looks like we turn left and go down. back to me and Caleb for the outro. Alright, that is going to do it. From this crazy, messed up Dragon Con day, most everything went wrong. A few things went right, but man, that vendor line, 4 blocks and a parking garage. I wasn't about to do that. Sorry, we didn't really film much. You couldn't film in the Walk of Fame. We were in there for 5 hours. Then we were trying to find, we got lost so many times today.
And we've been here, it's not our first Dragon Con.
Our first Dragon Con,
I think they changed the building too.
It seemed like everything was closer together, but man, this might be my second and last. I don't know how Jay and Adam and all of them do this every year. It is a lot to take in. I can understand why Chris wasn't here. Because, it's a lot. I don't know how you do it all weekend is what I want to know.
Like a person who does it Thursday to Monday. I can't
Or
imagine.
Wednesday. Can you imagine Wednesday to Monday? Anyway, sorry. Not really a vlog. More of a story time.
Story time with Josh.
But really enjoyed our time with these. We met 3 awesome people in line today. They made the day pretty much, and Emily being so awesome. Didn't get a photo or anything, just in the moment. Cause they were like, oh no, if you sat down, if you were taking pictures, but meeting Emily was so nice. I'm sure I said that already in the Storytime. Links to Caleb's channel down below. He will have a video. We will have Six Flags next week. I'm wearing my Monster Mansion shirt. It happened last week, but
I actually met, 2 people while you were in Emily's line.
Oh yeah, you did, yeah. So Caleb's going to have a lot more to show.
Well, not necessarily show, but, pictures, yes, but...
Well, you can show your autographs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only have one. I thought about the Muppets, but they were gone all day.
Fun fact for you. Comment that, what that movie's from, but Emily's dad, Caleb, and her son's middle name is Caleb. My middle name is Donald after my father. So.
And she asked Caleb to open her water bottle.
Yeah. I opened Emily's water bottle.
That was so cool. She's like, hey.
Success. Great success.
She said, Caleb, right? I guess she saw your note.
I had a little
posted
Caleb.
Note.
It was written out on a little note.
She's like, Caleb, right? And it's like,
said, yeah. Will you open this tab? I think it's
something like that. Yeah. So, that was cool.
I saved Emily from getting dehydrated.
From choking, yes. Which we need to hydrate up and we'll get out here. So go check out Caleb's video. He has 2 more autographs. I did. Jay, Tommy.
And usually conventions were able to show a lot.
Yeah. Here
in Hall of Fame, you can't even pull out your phone unless you want 3 people on you. And there were people in front of us and behind us that got in trouble for that. Yeah. So
how'd I even film a video the first year?
I don't know. It's like each year they get stricter and stricter. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Each year I get less and less excited about coming. So
yeah, I wanted to meet Emily. This is only her second one. So
well, for the show they went to San Diego Comic-Con, but after the show this is her second.
Yeah, you don't really do autographs or anything. All right, so that's going to do it. Links down below. I'm Josh. More videos coming as always. Until then, if I don't see you out thrifting, I'll see you at the movies. Bye.